This is ABC 7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilkes. Thank you for joining us tonight. The Coast Guard says it found a body in the Gulf, but they're not sure yet if it's one of the 4 members of the Sarasota family missing since Sunday. ABC 7's Ray Collins joins us with the latest on this story. Ray.
Haley, indeed a sad story about a father and his 3 children. They left Sarasota Bay on Father's Day and haven't been seen since. A father and his 3 children enjoying a drink at Marina Jack, not far from where they anchored their liveaboard sailboat like this one, south of the mooring field. This past Sunday morning on Father's Day, Ace Kimberly and his teenagers headed south to Fort Myers where his brother would work on the boat. But they hit bad weather on the way.
We later found out that he had talked to his brother Sunday afternoon, and that his brother said he was experiencing rough seas and thunderstorms, and he was worried and wanted his brother on land to send him some weather reports, and that's the last that he heard of him.
After leaving Sarasota Bay, they never arrived, and the brother waited 2 days to report them missing. On Wednesday, the Coast Guard found a field of debris 33 miles offshore. That included 6 life jackets and several other personal items that they said belonged to the missing family. Earlier in the day, the mother of the children raced to Florida from Indiana. ABC News spoke to her family.
She said that she was on her way down there and she will find her kids come hell or high water.
Well, they don't look familiar to me.
Workers inside the nearby Marina Jack dockmaster's office didn't recognize anyone in the picture, and the school district says there is no record of the kids attending school here. The manager of the mooring field says oftentimes those who anchor for free outside the mooring field don't have the most seaworthy boats.
You know, usually if you're pinching those kinds of pennies, you're also not able to spend a whole lot of money on, keeping up with your boat and maintaining the boat and so forth. So those boats are usually in a little bit rougher condition than the mooring field boats for sure.
Those first hearing the story along Sarasota Bay were shocked and sad.
How old the kids was?
17, 15, 13.
7. 3 of them even. Oh my God.
Oh my, that's awful.
Just prayers for their families.
Again, the Coast Guard says it found a body in the debris area off Sanibel. No word yet if it's connected to the family. They plan to update the media at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning in St. Petersburg, Haley.
And Ray, was there ever a distress call to the Coast Guard? No,
the only call was to his brother, and no word yet why that brother waited 2 days to report them missing.
I think everyone is wanting to know that. All right, thank you, Ray. Now to some breaking news that animal rights activists are applauding tonight. State wildlife officials have opted to not hold a bear hunt in Florida this year. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission voting tonight to postpone any hunting season, saying that officials could consider one for 2017. In a statement, the FWC says, quote, not holding a 2016 bear hunt will give FWC more time to work with stakeholders, local communities, and the public to better develop the important role hunting plays in Florida's comprehensive bear management program. Prior to tonight's decision, the chairman of the FWC signaled that a hunt in 2016 wasn't a sure thing.
The goal here is sustainable growth of our black bear population, and that's the end of the day. That's with hunting, without hunting. That's however we can manage to do that, but that's what we're trying to do. So under all options, we are committed to ensure that the black bear continues to thrive in Florida.
Last year, hunters killed 304 bears in the state's first hunt in more than 20 years. That hunting season, as well as the potential for another one this year, was met with heavy opposition by animal rights activists. The FWC says that this year it will implement and monitor the $825,000 investment for local communities to reduce human and bear encounters. Following last week's Orlando nightclub massacre, the hot-button issue of gun control was brought to the forefront once again. And it doesn't seem to be cooling off. Today, U.S. Representative John Lewis staged a sit-in insisting House Republicans move on gun control. More than 100 House Democrats joined in, and they say they will not leave until they have a bill.
The time for silence and patience is long gone.
Angry Democrats refuse to leave the House floor, demanding a vote on gun control after the worst mass shooting in modern American history.
We're calling on the leadership of the House to bring common sense gun control legislation to the House floor. Give us a vote.
When the sit-in began, Speaker Paul Ryan put the House in recess.
Chair declares the House in recess till the hour of 12 noon.
With that, the chamber cameras turned off and the phone cameras turned on. Members streamed the protest online.
No bill, no break.
Online, Presidents Obama and Bill Clinton tweeted their support as Democratic senators marched to join their colleagues on the House floor for a bill they say will prevent terrorists from buying a gun.
Suspected and known to be a terrorist, why can you get a gun, a machine gun?
Republicans brushed off the protest.
This is nothing more than a publicity stunt. That's point number one. Point number two is this bill was already defeated in the United States Senate. Number three, we are not going to take away a citizen's due process right.
He also accused Democrats of not tackling the true problem.
And this is not a way to try and bring up legislation. Now, let's focus on the issue at hand here, terrorism, and let's find out what we need to do to prevent future terrorist attacks.
At this hour, the sit-in continues. A short time ago, House Democrats again shouted down Speaker Ryan as he tried to gavel the House to order. Ryan did call for a vote, but on labor legislation. Attorney General Loretta Lynch providing an update today in the Orlando massacre investigation. She says this was clearly an act of both hate and terror, and that investigators are trying to determine which one was the gunman's predominant motivation. The case is still very active and ongoing.
We are interviewing everyone who has indicated they've had contact with Mateen over the days and weeks and months prior to this incident. And if individuals come forward with any information involving contact with him, they're individuals that we would be interested in interviewing.
The attack at Pulse nightclub left 49 people dead and 53 others injured. The memorial at the club continues to grow. Hundreds have been gathering there daily to remember those who lost their lives. And now we'll switch gears and get a check on our forecast. We were enjoying, Bob, that low humidity, and now it's creeping back up.
Yeah, it's back up there, and the storms are back with us, too. We had a few isolated thunderstorms this evening, and some of those producing some moderate to heavy rainfall at times. What's happened is that high pressure is now shifted in this general area, and this high pressure ridge will continue to bring us that east to southeasterly wind flow right into the coast, and with a little west coast sea breeze developing each day, a good chance for a few scattered showers and storms, and also, yes, higher dew point temperatures. And the rainfall has been widely scattered throughout the day today, this afternoon and evening. Some of the rain heavy, producing some lightning strikes there near Venice, and also just near Siesta Key, some showers pushing on through earlier. The activity now is actually winding down. A few showers well east now near Sebring and also just southwest of Wauchula. A few showers off in the Gulf of Mexico continue to push off in that direction. As I mentioned, some areas getting nearly an inch of rainfall. Well, much more in our forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. The State College of Florida Board of Trustees is deciding to go with one-year contracts for new faculty instead of the three-year deals they had voted in favor of just last month. Board members voted 5-2 in favor of the change called for by Eric Robinson. And though it's a temporary move, one board member feels this decision will hurt SCF in the long run.
We've lost focus. It could harm the college's ability to attract the kind of faculty that the students in the college are used to.
Okay, now we have to replace it with something else. And that something else, we need to include the faculty more in trying to decide what that replacement is.
There's been friction in recent months between the board and faculty after the former voted to end tenure, or continuing contracts as they're called, for new hires. Following that move, SCF full-time faculty delivered a vote of no confidence in the board. You may have experienced some major traffic problems on your drive home in this afternoon. Fruitville Road, just east of I-75, was closed after a crash brought down a power line. Sarasota County Sheriff's deputies closed both east and westbound lanes of Fruitville while crews removed the line. The vehicle involved in the crash caught fire, but the driver was not hurt. Straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with the official Suncoast forecast. Plus, all voices heard. Libertarian candidates for president face off in a debate. And new information about Hillary Clinton's private email server and just how vulnerable it was to security breaches.
Hurricane season is here. Are you prepared? ABC7 has the information you need. Access our special Surviving a Hurricane now. Learn how to prepare a readiness plan and survival kit. Know your evacuation route. Be prepared, Suncoast, when severe weather threatens. Access our special on our ABC7 app and all our live streaming platforms.
Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, and
so many possibilities worth exploring. Manasota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Manasota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Manasota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Manasota Flooring today.
Discover the biggest savings of the year on some of America's favorite vehicles during the Drive and Discover event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Get America's best value, a new Grand Caravan for just $18,999 or a new Dodge Journey for just $16,999. Stop by today to shop the area's biggest selection of Ram trucks and save up to $8,000 on your new Ram. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Getting older shouldn't mean giving up all the things she loves to do. It should just mean, well, finding new ways to do them. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to provide help with personal care, housekeeping, and of course, meal preparation.
Oh, that smells so good. Oh, and it tastes good too.
We can provide the right care right at home.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WinGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WinGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
I'm Dale Mast, and we're celebrating 40 years on the west coast of Florida.
It's our 40th anniversary, and it's time for a celebration, the Culligan Hydration Celebration. For a limited time, celebrate by taking $250 off any Culligan home system. That's $250 off Culligan water softener systems, drinking water systems, or whole house water filters. Help us celebrate our 40th anniversary, and remember,
for better water, pure and simple, call today and say, "Hey, Culligan man."
Well, Bob, we hear it was a nice sunset.
Yeah, beautiful sunset out there on the bay. We had some interesting cloud formations. You know, the old storms had dissipated, and the sky lit up pink after the sun had gone down. Yeah, it's unbelievable. We had higher humidity around, too. Here's a look at the Punta Gorda webcam. Notice at around 7 o'clock, 7:30 or so, there comes a line of showers. Yes, blowing up across Charlotte Harbor. One time there was a special marine advisory due to the heavy storms. There's that color I mentioned. This one from Val sending this one in on the Sun Coast. Appears to be siesta right there, and the sun had set already, but the upper level clouds were still being reflected, I guess, so the sunlight reflecting off those, creating that gorgeous color that you see right there. Well, the radar review showing the showers around, not everyone getting the rainfall, but boy, where they did, it did come down fairly heavy at times, continuing to wind on down as it heads off to the west. Yes, it's more of a normal pattern than we saw over the past couple of days. Showers and storms will be with us. They'll be scattered about. Your neighbor may get some rain and you may not. That's the way it goes sometimes in the summer months. And Wauchula just to the southwest, a line of showers there winding down as well. Rainfall amounts in Lakewood Ranch up past a half inch, and you can see lesser amounts, but still some near Bayshore Gardens and the airport also picking up a little bit of rainfall today. And some light rain still lingering there at the airport. 81 degrees, dew point 74. That's 10 degrees warmer than it was at this time yesterday, and we'll pretty much stay right there into the mid-70s as far as the dew point goes right through the weekend. We have an east to northeast wind now at 7 miles an hour. The high was above average at 90, and the low this morning was right at it at 74 degrees. 62 is the record set back in 1976. And a third of an inch of rain just over that at the Sarasota Bradian Airport. Our monthly total now is well above average, and looks like we'll add to that through the next several days. 72 in Jacksonville, 79 in Orlando. It's still pretty warm in Key West at 84 degrees, and 84 still in Cortez and Braden Beach. Temperatures all in the low 80s right now, although Northport at 78 and 76 now in Punta Gorda. And it looks like lows tonight will be a little bit warmer than the past couple of nights, just slightly above average. 76 at Longboat Key, same in Anna Maria, 75 in Braden, and 74 Lakewood Ranch. Sebring and also Wauchula and Arcadia still in the low 70s there. So we can say goodbye to the 60s for a while anyway, and it may be for the next several months. It's very unusual to get dew points in the 60s during the summer months. Well, the RPM forecast model, which is the rapid precision mesoscale model that we have and we use, and it really shows you a little bit more detail as to what's going on. We'll see showers and storms popping up as the sea breeze starts tomorrow at around 1:30, 2 o'clock, but then mainly late afternoon and evening is when these storms will start to work their way back toward the coast, similar to what we saw today. And it looks like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday we'll see more of the same showers and storms kind of developing along the sea breeze front and having a tendency to push off toward the coast later on in the evening. The tropics, all is fairly quiet right now. Some models, again, hinting at something in about 8 days from now coming up from the Caribbean, but that's a long way off. We kind of discount that until we get closer to it, and we'll know have a better handle on that by midweek next week. But for the time being, a lot of tropical moisture in the western Caribbean, an upper level low spinning over the southwest Bay of Campeche there, the southwest Gulf of Mexico. Well, it's still hot in Kansas City and St. Louis and Dallas, but the hottest region in the desert, 105 in Phoenix right now. Los Angeles a bit cooler as the air coming in off the Pacific. Southeast winds turn to the west, not much. Light chop of the bays and inland waters. Boating conditions should stay relatively nice right through the weekend with the exception of those afternoon and evening storms. Water temperature at 86 degrees and the upcoming tide will be at 4:20, a low tide at 8:35 tomorrow morning. Sunrise at 6:37. Showers ending, partly cloudy skies, and for the remainder of the overnight, it will be warmer, 75. And then tomorrow, mainly afternoon and evening storms scattered about. Not everyone will get the rain, 90 degrees. The extended forecast calling for typical late June weather. We'll see showers and storms right on in through the next 7 days with high temperatures right around 90. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. State wildlife officials believe they have captured the alligator that dragged 2-year-old Lane Graves into the Seven Seas Lagoon at Walt Disney World. The FWC says officials have based their conclusions on expert analysis and observations by staff with extensive experience in investigating fatal alligator bites. A total of 6 alligators were removed. It was last Tuesday when Lane was pulled into the water. His body was recovered the next day. Disney has since put up signs near its waterways warning of alligators. The Libertarian presidential and vice presidential candidates getting a chance to make their case in a national forum tonight. Former Republican governors Gary Johnson and Bill Weld taking the stage for a CNN town hall in New York. A recent Bloomberg Politics poll shows Johnson with 9% support nationwide. He broke down what it means to be a libertarian, describing it as fiscally conservative and socially accepting.
And then from a military intervention standpoint, look, we're not isolationists in any way whatsoever, but we're non-interventionists. We don't want to get involved in other countries' affairs. We think that the interventions that have gone on have resulted in a less safe world, not a more safe world.
Johnson and Weld need to earn 15% in national polls to make it to the presidential debate stage this fall. Senator Marco Rubio reverses course, announcing that he will run for re-election this year. The former Republican presidential nominee admitted today that he has sometimes been frustrated by the gridlock in the Senate, but he highlighted the ability of the chamber to act as a check and balance for the president. Rubio's decision comes after Republican leaders pushed for him to reconsider his earlier commitment to leave the U.S. Senate when his term ends in January.
I'm fully committed to this job with as much passion as ever. I'll tell you this, if my plan was to run for president in 2020, jumping into a race like this with all the political risks associated with it would not be the decision one would make. I'm fully prepared to have the U.S. Senate be the last political job that I ever have.
After Rubio's announcement, 2 high-profile Republicans immediately dropped out of the Senate race. And according to a new Quinnipiac poll, Rubio leads both Democratic Congressman Patrick Murphy and Democratic Congressman Alan Grayson. Newly released emails show State Department staffers wrestled in December 2010 over a serious technical problem with then Secretary of State Hillary Clinton's private email server. They temporarily disabled security features, which left the server more vulnerable to hackers. Weeks later, hackers attacked the server so seriously that it was shut down. The emails were released under court order today to the conservative legal advocacy group Judicial Watch. Clinton's campaign denies that her email server was ever breached. So could the Rays stop a 6-game losing skid? Highlights next in sports, but first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
We're proud to share a bit of what we did today.
We had a dinner with Arnold to tell him his line. What is it? Is it open up the door, there's a bomb in there? You want to hear a joke? I used to be the governor of California.
Don't miss the 32nd annual Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix Festival, June 25th through July 4th. This year's festival features a kickoff party at the Sarasota Yacht Club, Boats on Main block party, 2 days of aquacross and powerboat racing off Lido Beach, bayfront fireworks, and so much more. Produced by and benefiting Suncoast Charities for Children. For festival info and VIP race day viewing tickets, visit SarasotaPowerboatGrandPrix.org.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, it's all about getting more for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. Stop by to see our new state-of-the-art showroom today, and you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet, a new 2016 Subaru Forester, for just $229 a month, complimentary maintenance included, at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Did you know many dogs are returned to shelters simply because they lack obedience? Contact Canine Corral about various training programs. We train dogs and their owners. Canine Corral, where the love is.
Hey, I'm really glad that you're taking a few moments to check out this video about the ministry of First Sarasota, Downtown Baptist Church. I'm William Hill, lead pastor here at First Sarasota. For the last 15 years, it's been my privilege to share in the life of this faith community, a community that centers itself around faith, friends, and family. Indeed, it is a ministry that's been in existence right here in this wonderful city for over a century.
If you have a suspicion for harboring prostate cancer, we have a way of diagnosing by using an exquisite instrument called three-dimensional color flow power Doppler ultrasound. Using this system, we can identify abnormalities within the prostate that you could otherwise never detect. The Dottoli Cancer Center is the only center in the southeastern United States which has this technology. If you have prostate cancer, we will find it.
This Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix Minute is brought to you by Sarasota Ford.
Each year during the Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix Festival, local fishing enthusiasts, boat captains, and government agencies volunteer their time to take more than 80 special needs clients out for a day of fishing on Sarasota Bay. It's called the Friendliest Catch. After a day on the water, every participant is a winner and recognized during a special lunch and awards presentation held at the Sarasota Sailing Squadron.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford because Sarasota Ford guarantees you our lowest price on every new Ford every day. Save on America's best-selling truck, 39 years running, the Ford F-150, Fusions, Escapes, over 800 vehicles on-site or online, all on sale. Buy with 0% for 60 months. And now, get up to 2,000 trade assistance. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Now, sports.
It's their longest losing streak of the season, 6 games, and the injuries just keep mounting. Something's got to give for the Rays at some point. But the only thing that gave tonight was the Rays pitching staff. Chris Archer's first inning woes continue. Here he gives up a 2-run shot to Jason Kipnis. Later in the inning, a single by Jose Ramirez gives the Indians an early 3-0 lead. As for the Rays offense, not a whole lot. Trevor Bauer goes the distance for Cleveland, giving up just 1 run. The Rays dropped their 7th straight and are now 8 games under 500. They have a day off tomorrow. They might need it. What a scene throughout Cleveland this afternoon. Hundreds of thousands of fans turned out to celebrate the city's first pro sports title since 1964. The Cavaliers ended the drought on Sunday after coming back from a 3-1 series deficit against the reigning champion Golden State Warriors. The Cavs won the series in a dramatic Game 7. LeBron James was named the NBA Finals MVP. The 31-year-old can opt out of his contract this year if he chooses, but said today he has no intention of leaving Cleveland. Ben Bishop led the NHL with a 2.06 goals against average, but it wasn't enough to take home the Vezina Trophy at the league's awards ceremony tonight. The Vezina, which goes to the NHL's best goalie, was awarded to Braden Holtby of the Washington Capitals. He tied the league record with 48 victories and was fifth in average goals against. Chicago Blackhawks forward Patrick Kane, meanwhile, won the Hart Trophy as the NHL's most valuable player, becoming the first American to win that award. It's official, the NHL is expanding to Las Vegas, awarding the league's 31st franchise to businessman Bill Foley. Foley is expected to pay $500 million to the NHL's other owners as an expansion fee. The new team will play at T-Mobile Arena, the $375 million building that just opened off the Las Vegas Strip in April. NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman made the announcement today after a vote by the league's Board of Governors.
We think this is a tremendously exciting opportunity, not just for Las Vegas, but for the league as well.
This will mark the first major pro sports team for Las Vegas. The new team will join the league for the 2017-2018 season. Should be an exciting place to go see some hockey. That's a look at sports. We'll have tonight's winning lotto numbers straight ahead.
Stand out in your new Wild Lexus. Lease a new 2016 Lexus ES 350 for only $329 or enjoy 0.9% APR. Just $329. Exclusively at Wild Lexus of Sarasota on Clark Road.
The all-new MySuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
This is a special health alert for seniors suffering with joint pain. If you have Medicare insurance, you may qualify for high-quality support braces at little or no cost.
I'm thrilled with my knee braces.
Now, there is a simple and proven solution for seniors to get out of pain with state-of-the-art support braces.
I barely feel any pain at all.
Braces for your knees and back, as well as your shoulders and ankles, too.
I'm so happy with the quality of these braces.
Call now, and you could qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost.
I can play ball again, and it doesn't hurt.
And because of my Medicare coverage, it costs me next to nothing.
So call now.
And because I have this red, white, and blue Medicare card, my braces have cost me just about nothing.
It's true. You may get a knee, back, shoulder, and ankle brace at little or no cost.
They qualified me for 2 knee braces and a back brace.
If you have knee or back pain, give them a call. They can help.
1-800-476-8967. 1-800-476-8967.
We've been slow smoking over oak for more than 45 years. And while sticking to tried and true traditions is kind of our thing, it doesn't hurt to throw something new in the smoker every now and then. Come get some slow smoked chicken wings at Sonny's Barbecue. Order them as an appetizer or as part of a combo with pork, baby back ribs, or both, starting at $10.99. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today.
Stand out in your new wild Lexus. Lease the bold new 2016 Lexus RX 350 for only $419, or enjoy 1.9% APR, just $419. Exclusively at Wild Lexus of Sarasota on Clark Road.
Well, Bob, now that we're officially in summer, I guess it's appropriate that it officially feels like summer once again.
And we heard the rumble of thunder, too, this evening in some areas. That is also summer-like, and those will be back tomorrow afternoon and evening.
Okay. At least it cools things down.
Yeah,
That's what I like about those showers.
Absolutely.
Have a great evening, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.